Why I heat Tozai, the facts. What is best for your koi? It is your choice to heat or not. Your koi have no choice in the matter. If they did, what would they choose? What temperature of water would they choose to live in? Frigid cold water of under 10°C and struggling to survive? Or a tropical 24°C, where they are active and growing and thriving? I have got to be honest, I cannot afford to heat my main pond of 5,500 gallons, but all the koi in that pond are Sanzai or older. The Tozai and Nisai are in a 750-gallon grower, which is heated in the winter in a dilapidated shed, but it serves its purpose. Here's an interesting fact. The koi's metabolism is governed solely by water temperature alone. Keep watching for more astonishing facts revealed later in the video. Coming back to the koi's metabolism, which is governed solely by the water temperature alone, so the koi are programmed to react to the current water temperature they find themselves in. They have no choice in the matter. They are stuck with whatever the current water temperature is. Their only choice is to jump out. Water temperature of 10 degrees or below, it is survival mode. And at 24, it is all systems go. And the koi are thriving and are actively growing. An impressive fact is that half of the growth in a koi's life occurs within the first year. Amazing. So it makes sense to make the most of this fact by heating the water for the koi to thrive. The greatest potential growth is with Tozai. All we need to do is provide the ideal conditions for the koi to grow in. Koi are hardwired to grow faster in their first years of life. For koi, it is about surviving to be big enough to become the predator rather than the prey. As fry, they are a tasty, high-protein snack for anything bigger than them in the pond, including their own parents, who are happy to eat them. Another surprising fact is that a quarter of the growth in a koi's life is in the second year. Isn't it astonishing to think that 75% of the growth in a koi's life is within those first 2 years? Surely it makes sense to encourage them in these formative years by heating the water so that they can thrive. Another startling fact is the koi's immune system is switched off to conserve energy below 12 degrees C. At 8 degrees C, the koi are struggling to survive in the frigid water. They're not eating and go into survival mode. Koi lay on the bottom of the pond to conserve their energy reserves. They are not happy bunnies. They are not hibernating, but simply struggling to survive in the cold water. Young koi, i.e. Tozai, have an undeveloped immune system, so are much more susceptible to parasites and illness than older koi. Older koi have built up an immune system over the years and fend off attacks and illness better than younger koi. A dismal fact is, looking at the year as a whole in the UK, 1/3 is winter, where the koi are just surviving with very low cold water temperatures. 1/3 is autumn and spring, with low growth and cool water temperatures, but the koi are more active, but so are the parasites. 1/3 is summer, with the pond temperature hovering about 20 degrees C and reasonable growth occurring, but only a week or two at 24°C or over if we're really lucky, with the koi really growing actively. So our optimum growing season in the UK is condensed down to 8 weeks of reasonable growth to 2 weeks of vigorous growth out of 52 weeks. No wonder I can't grow a jumbo koi in my frigid pond water. I prefer a koi that is a bit fat going into winter, so it has the reserves to grow and survive the long English winter. So when it comes out of winter, it's the correct body shape. This makes sense to me, as a koi going into winter needs the reserves in place to get it through our long winters. Fat koi only need to be starved to get them back into shape, so it's not exactly rocket science. The problem is with young koi that they put all their reserves into growing and not into fat reserves to get them through the winter. So if you have a small koi that has put all its energies into growing in summer, it will not have the energy reserves to get it through 4 long winter months. If the koi survives the winter, there's still a couple of months of colder water temperatures in the spring to get through. It's your choice whether your koi thrives, survives, or dies. This is a Dainichi Showa from the Super Monster bloodline, 48 cm on the 2nd of January 24. This, in my humble opinion, is a stunning shower.